Vaping has risks regardless of what you vape. Starting to use e-cigarettes or switching from cigarettes to e-cigarettes increase your risk of devastating health effects. Here is what we currently know about the effects of vaping fluids with and without nicotine, as well as vaping marijuana or CBD oil. Preliminary research suggests vaping poses risk to heart health. A 2018 report from the National Academy's Press found significant evidence that taking a puff from a nicotine e-cigarette triggers an increase in heart rate. From an e-cigarette increased blood pressure. Both could affect heart health over the long term. People who smoked both conventional cigarettes and e-cigarettes were more likely to have heart disease. Another 2019 study based on the same nationwide survey found that e-cigarette use was associated with an increased risk of a stroke, heart attack, angina, and heart disease. Now, the effects of vaping on your lungs. Some studies suggest that vaping may have negative effects on the lungs, but more research is needed. In particular, a 2015 study examined the effects of flavored e-juices on both human lung cells and lung cells in mice. The researchers reported a number of adverse effects on both types of cells, including toxicity, oxidation, and inflammation. However, these results are not necessarily generalizable to vaping in the real life. 2018 study assessed the lung function of 10 people who had never smoked cigarettes immediately after vaping fluids, either with or without nicotine. The researchers concluded that vaping both with and without nicotine disrupts normal lung function in otherwise healthy people. However, this study had a small sample size, which means the result may not apply to everyone. The same 2018 report from a NAP found that there is some evidence that e-cigarette exposure had adverse effect on the respiratory system, but that additional studies are required to understand that extent to which vaping contributes to respiratory diseases. Lung health effects are not expected to be seen for 20 to 30 years. This is why it took as long as it did for the negative health effects of cigarette to be widely recognized. The full magnitude of effects of toxic e-cigarette ingredients may not be known for another 3 decades. Now, the effect of vaping on your teeth and gums. Vaping appears to have a number of negative effects on oral health. For instance, a 2018 study reported that exposure to e-cigarette aerosols makes teeth surface more prone to developing bacteria. The authors concluded that vaping may increase the risk of cavities. Similarly, a 2014 review reported that vaping may trigger irritation in gums, mouth, and throat. Now, another important question: are there other physical effects to consider? A 2018 report from NAP found substantial evidence that vaping causes cell dysfunction, oxidative stress, and damage to DNA. Some of these cellular changes have been linked to the development of cancer over the long term. Though there is currently no evidence to suggest that vaping causes cancer, vaping may also have specific adverse effects on certain groups, particularly young people. The Centers of Disease Control and Prevention (CDC) report that vaping with nicotine can permanently affect brain development in people under the age of 25. It is possible that we don't yet know all the physical effects of vaping. Really like the information, make sure you like the video too and share with your friends, because sharing is caring in the matter of health. Stay healthy and safe. See you in the next video.